Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Cold Lasagna. And there's some more things I wanted to talk about in the world of wrestling while I'm still waiting to talk about football once again. But anyway, let's talk about another thing that happened on this past week in the world of wrestling from the many rapid storm of news that hit in this past week. And one of the other rapid things that hit was a new deal for Friday Night Smackdown, or SmackDown in short, for the WWE. It's a new television media rights deal that's going to hit next year in October 2024. So basically, SmackDown is going to be moving from Fox back to USA Network starting in October 2024 in a new $1.4 billion deal. It's going to be basically $287 million a year. So, yeah. SmackDown's going back to cable television away from network TV. So in my opinion, that's pretty much going to lead to less exposure. I don't know how much less, but I imagine it's going to be maybe back under 2 million per se, unless you get a little bit more star power on the show. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like the whole deal, I mean, it's not bad per se. At least unless whatever happens with Raw, you at least have SmackDown and Raw, unless for one central hub, on one channel, well, in the USA Network. So at least there's that. And then yeah, with the whole thing on Fox since 2019, I thought, in my opinion, like just seeing things, I don't know. I think the relationship started to go a little like slowly but surely go down. You started to see a little bit less promotion over the years from various Fox shows. Like when I remember when they first started, they were going all hardcore on it. They were going all hardcore on it on NFL games, Colin Cowherd's show, Undisputed. Even Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were promoting the hell out of it because they were forced to. Yes, of all people. And then, yeah. And then in return, as the years went on, you were getting a lot less promotion of that. So, I guess I can see why, that maybe it was time to go back to USA Network because Fox didn't like re-up. And not only that, the ratings started to dwindle. Like before, the whole Bloodline story picked back up in late 2022. But I guess maybe the Fox network wasn't really convinced by that enough. But either way, also considering the fact that maybe on a positive note, for WWE, they don't have to worry so much about a couple of things. They don't have to worry about preemptions anymore or as much. On Fox with, sometimes they have to move from Fox to FS1 because of the World Series, Pac-12 championships, or some other random sporting event that they do on Fox. They also have to worry about a bunch of random ass ad reads for like college football or like progressive or for NFL games, because I know certain wrestling fans out there got really mad about that. From Michael Cole, but I mean, I didn't really mind it so much. But anyway, yeah, it's like you don't have to do like these random ass ad reads, and then hopefully, this will be a positive starting next year when they go back to USA Network. They pace the show fucking better, because in the last couple of months, their pacing has been bad, like really bad. I don't know if this is a Triple H thing or the wrestlers doing this crap, or it's the network that's been pushing hard on the advertisements or like fucking up the pace of the show. But I've noticed that the pace of the show, like the timing of all these segments, have been really bad. Like, especially considering when you have this really long match on a show, like one really long match that goes over time, and then you kind of rush through whatever's next because you took too long on this one particular match or segment. And you have to like try to either salvage whatever was supposed to be next. It's like, that's not good, man. That's really not good. But either way, it's just like, damn. It's like, I really hope that being back on USA Network, you salvage you salvage what you have in terms of timing. Like you make every minute count on SmackDown. Now, what does this mean for Monday Night Raw? Because they did mention, like in various reports, that Raw and NXT may not be picked up on USA Network. Well, I mean, I hope it means that at least for Raw, like maybe USA, as they noted that they're still the front runner to re-up. I mean, I hope it means that they keep Raw, but I do also hope that Raw stays, not stays 3 hours, but they cut the show down to 2 hours. So, both Raw and SmackDown will be 2 hours, and then both shows will be better paced as well. So hopefully that Raw and SmackDown will be on USA Network like it was from I think it was 2016 to 2019 under one central roof on TV. So yeah, if it's not under USA Network, then I don't know what options you have for Raw, because you can't really move it to TNT or TBS because you have the NBA, you have NHL, you have MLB, and then of course AEW. That's not an option. You can't move it to ESPN because of the various different programmings, and then you would get freaking preempted on Mondays for various different reasons, especially in the fall with Monday Night Football. And then you can't put it on ABC because sometimes they put their Monday night games on there, and along with other different programming, NBC has also a lot of programming all year round with The Voice, America's Got Talent, sometimes American Ninja Warrior. So it's like, where do you put Raw on what network? Like FX, Sci-Fi? I don't know, but I think the best option for WWE is USA Network. It's been their central base for most of its 30-year tenure. So it's like, might as well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And as for NXT, it's like, I don't know. Is it worth for them to keep it on USA Network? I mean, if I'm looking at it, not really. But in my opinion, I think they try to put it on Peacock, and cut the show down to 1 hour, and try to make it developmental again. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. They also mentioned that WWE is going to produce 4 primetime specials a year. So I imagine every 4 months or so, in January, April, July, and maybe October, somewhere in the fall season, in the winter, spring, summer, fall seasons. I imagine it'd probably be Saturday night's main event again, but we will see how that works out. But yeah, what do you guys think about Friday Night Smackdown going back from Fox to USA Network? Going from network TV to cable, probably gonna mean less exposure, but I mean probably less bullcrap to deal with from whatever network. But yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts on this whole SmackDown back to USA Network deal in the comments below. But anyway, this is DylanLasagna signing out, and keep that lasagna very cold in the fridge with your takes on the world of sports. And until next time, peace out.